Hi everyone. Well, during my enforced rest, I've been binge watching a few people that I follow on the internet, different blogs and what have you. And I'm a big fan of a lady called Astrid McClean. Astrid's artistic efforts, I think it is. I love her mixed media work. So catching up on loads and loads of stuff, and she had she showed a tag holder that she'd made. It was just sort of written instructions. I will put a link below to her blog, and you can have a look at her fantastic work. And this is it. This is my version of it. So it is. So we have 2 pockets in there, 2 pockets there, and I've actually glued the back. And so I've made there's a pocket actually in the middle as well, in the middle of these 2. It's perfect for me. For my tag blanks, every so often I'll have a mad one and I'll just cut a load of blanks and then they get left all over the place. So I thought, ooh, lovely. So this is so quick, so easy. It took about 10 minutes to actually make it. It took me another day and a half to decorate it, but it only took about 10 minutes to make. Now, she used a file folder. For love nor money, I can't find file folders here in the UK or wherever, certainly where I am. So I've taken an A3 sheet of paper. So it's about 17 by 11 3/4, I think this one is. And what I've done is, or how I make my own sort of homemade file folders. I take one of those and I fold it in half. I use these for storing my paper bits, so scraps of paper. So for me, that's what I do. Right, so this is already folded. Now I want mine to be, it's too long for me at the moment, so I've chopped mine down. I want to end up with this one is 7.5 long or deep, and that's fine because I don't normally have tags over 6.5, so that for me works great. And I want a pocket of about 3 inches, so I take, stomach's still healing, but you didn't really need to know that, did you? Right, if I come out a bit, so I've cut mine down to 10.5. And that is the only time I need my cutting machine. Then fold it up so it meets in the middle. Same on this side. You want it so it's just, you don't want it right to the end across your fold, but you do need it to the fold. Now that would have been perhaps easier to do on the scoreboard, but I said it was quick. So there, actually, I folded it that way, so you end up with that shape. So for me, that would be the front cover, inside pocket inside, and I glued those 2 together. Right, now I need to score, because this bit I don't trust myself to do. So I need to score at 7.5. So that's my finished length of the finished height of my folder. Right, now this is where it never quite meets up. Blimey, I'm getting myself confused now. Right, so that's my front. So that bit needs, and then it will fold up like. Now I found I couldn't quite get it to fold properly because of the bulk inside. So what I did was just very carefully cut down either side of the score line. Oh, I can't tell you how good it is being back in the shed. That, and I think my husband, I was driving my husband nuts just moping around the house. Just cut off, and yeah, I haven't made a particularly tidy job of that. And then once those are folded up, there we go. That for me just works better. But this is very thick. I think it's 300 GSM card. So assuming you were making it with thinner card. Now for the clever people amongst you, it might be easier to use double-sided tape. I find double-sided tape doesn't quite work for me. So that's one. Oh, it would appear that my glue isn't also working for me. Okay. That's where these fine tip applicators on these glue really comes into its own. Otherwise I can get a bit heavy-handed with things like the Fabri-Tac dispenser. And final one. I just thought this was such a brilliant and quick solution for people like me that tend to do things and then put them, think, oh yeah, I'll put those somewhere. And then I can never find them again. And there, now what I did was, on this one, I've used double-sided tape to hold that bit together, but you can see if I zoom in a bit, you can see where it's starting to gap, where the bulk is obviously at the bottom. Now whether it's because I'm a bit of a cheapskate and I haven't used genuine score tape or sucrang, is it? I don't know, it's starting to come apart. So I think what I might end up doing is putting some fabric tape, I think, down there just to keep it together. But there we go. Once I've cut the little things off the bottom. Very quick, very easy. If I take some of these out. So, one in there. And that one. So very quick. The other way of doing it, of course, is to put a couple of pockets on the inside as well, and then perhaps just use a something to wrap it together, a piece of elastic. Although that one I've just tended to leave. A piece of elastic across it would also hold it together. There we go. Actually, what I might do is I might try running some glue along it and seeing if I can get... I'm too impatient normally, so hence I use double-sided tape on this because it was just made it go so much quicker. Yeah, there's a fair bit of glue on there to try and... I don't know, that may or may not hold it better. Oh, that seems to go okay. Ooh, maybe that's the way glue rather than cheap double-sided tape. Time will tell. So there we go. My 10-minute version of a blog that I saw. Like I say, I'll put a link below to the blog where I saw this on, and I hope that can be of some use to you. Right, there we go. I will speak to you all later, I have no doubt, seeing as I'm now like, yay! Take care, everyone. I'll speak to you all later. Bye.